For this one, we're going to be doing the 501st Legion, where we as Belgium have to control Paris, Luxembourg, Amsterdam and Berlin. All while we have the Rexist national spirits. Should be interesting, let's see what we can do. Right, first things first, I've got some air XP, pretty good, but now it's time to run down to the Royal Military Academy, so let's go. This extra research slot is too good to pass up. Okay, good, we've got the basic small airframe, which means it's time for us to make some planes. First up, fighters, fighter weapons, design, perfect. Nice. Let's just put one factory on that for now. But next up, it's time for some CAS. What should I do? Yeah, that'll do. Auto design, nice, and 2 for now. Are these the greatest designs? No, they are not. You can definitely improve on what I'm going to do by having some better designs, but I want to show that even a design like these two is good enough. Good, finally got that 4th research slot. And now it's time for the government to resign. No surprises here, we're going to do the Government of National Unity. Next up, we are going to investigate bribery charges. Have you been doing something, Paul? Something you want to tell us? Anyway, now we're going to repatriate our treaty with France. I love the idea that getting rid of this treaty gets rid of all of our debuff. We say go away France, and we get more war support, org, recruitable population. Meanwhile, the Netherlands has to spend so much time getting rid of their one. I kind of feel bad for them now. This investigation has been taking a while. But oh well, we can do increased length of service. In my practice game, the investigation had already concluded by now. So I guess it's RNG. It can vary on how long it takes. Let's begin to do industry then, I guess. But I cannot undersell how unusual this is. I really thought something would have happened. And what do you know, it finally did. You think you know a guy? You think you know. Someone's a bit corrupt. Anyway, we can do the royal intervention. And yep, big surprise, we're going to go with Degrelle. Okay, let's support the Rexists. Although I don't know why you ever would. Because look at it. Doing the other one is just so much better. You get so many more cores, claims, compliance. While this gets extra civs and mills. Whoa. Time for us to abandon neutrality. So sorry. Good, good, good. Oh, no more junior officer problems. Even better. But now it's time for us to do the French horse and the Red Rider. That is quite the name for a focus. But I do kind of like it. Good. I don't think I've ever seen them say no to this, so pretty good. Keep the embargo on France if you want, but if you want to get rid of it, go ahead. Anyway, let's do the Flemish question. Okay, what should we do? Dutch, French, equality. Gotta be honest with you, French is pretty good. More PP, more war support. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with French. Sorry, but it gives us war economy. Anyway, corporatism. More civs and a mill. Yay. And speaking of war economy, thank you very much. Looks like we're still in an economic downturn. Oh dear, oh dear. So let's do monetary reconstruction. Anyway, in more important news, we're going to beat up the Dutch East Indies. Oh, and these guys as well. I justified on the DEI because it gives less tension, as I'm sure many of you know. But anyway, this should be easy, we just need to get Rotterdam and Amsterdam. And already an encirclement, for good measure. Interesting. Looks like we're going to get Rotterdam before Amsterdam, which is definitely unusual. And they've just left Utrecht and Amsterdam empty for us. That's pretty stupid. Thank you very much. And now you have a few options on what to do. But what I normally do is annex the Netherlands and puppet the DEI, Suriname and Curaçao. But there are so many ways you could play this. So today I'm going to annex everything, puppet the DEI, and take the rest. And yeah, we do miss out on half of the Dutch Navy, but oh well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We are not going to invade the UK today, and unfortunately we can't form the United Netherlands, because Paradox disabled it. Not entirely sure why, but they did, so we have to live with it. Anyway, spies, go over to the Netherlands, please. Anyway, time for division fun. Yeah, no surprise, we're going to make the DEI do most of our dirty work, as usual. So, something like this. And let's convert these guys over to that. Oh, look at that, they're veterans. Funny. But anyway, we're going to break we're going to break 5 of these off and split them up. There we go, there's another army group. And we're also going to do that for this one. We want a load of divisions. I cannot undersell how many divisions we're going to be making today. It's going to be ridiculous. So anyway, first fullback line there. There we go. And second one like so. And train up as many of these as we can afford. Max priority and deploy. We're going to deploy them as soon as they reach 20%. But most importantly, we're now going to build in the Dutch East Indies. We want their autonomy to go down as soon as possible. It won't go down very quickly, but it's better than nothing, you know? And no surprise, reserves. Minus 10% consumer goods factor. So many options, so little time. Let's dissolve political parties. Made a bit of a mistake here. I'm doing dispersed industry, when in all of my practice games I actually did concentrated industry. I don't think it will matter that much, because you know, it's like only 5% difference, but, you know, every little helps. Nationalize the banks? Well, okay. And Legacy of the Soldier King. We can finally get the national spirit, Rexist Legion. And right now, all it is 10% extra defense and attack on core territory. Yeah, I'm kind of whelmed by it. Completely and utterly whelmed. And the Lost Tribe. Most importantly, this gives us a core on Luxembourg. Oh, and also it gives us an extra recruitable population and land night attack. So it's okay. It's okay. Okay, good. We can now annex the BEI. But we're not going to. Now is not the time. But more importantly, we can stop building in them. We can go back to Belgium. And there we go, our first 120. We can now shift to the other army. And yeah, I think it's best if we do that. Just call it a coincidence, but I think it will be. Anyway, I almost forgot about these as well. Let's go for national construction. 20%. Sweet. Can't do the Walloon Legion yet. So instead, let's do... oh, I know, Walloon Industry. I wonder what's going to happen. I really do. Really? Wow, that is a surprise. But more importantly, Germany has now bypassed around Maginot. So you know what that means, right? Yep, we're safe. We can just... and Germany won't do anything. But anyway, let's begin to break their cipher. You know, as you do. And good, democratic support has just dipped under 20. So it's time to ban it. I'm sorry, but for the focuses, it has to be done. It's time for us to do the Walloon Legion. Extra org, extra attack, slightly less defense, but oh well, oh well. Anyway, let's get some better planes, I think. And yeah, we're actually running out of manpower from the BEI. But luckily they should go up conscription law. As soon as they do, more comes in, which is just perfect, I'd say. And there we go, they went up to service by requirements. And at last, the big one, the new RUR. All of this just to get 4 extra civs and 4 extra mills. This is not very good. Again, look at Belgica. It's so much better. There we go, another full army. Sweet. But I am just going to put these extra units on a fallback line. I'm not going to prioritize them. I will get back to them later, you know? Good, from 80 factories to 88. But at this point, there isn't any focus I guess we have to prioritize. Though I guess we could do something like Stipend, European Crusade, Belgian Renaissance. Basically what I'm saying is do what you think is right. There is no bad option here. Well, there goes Romania. And this does something important. Romania will call in Italy. And as you can see, they are finally fighting. Anyway, let's make some new fighters. Something like that. There we go. Oh, not like that. Much better. And it's time for a new CAS. Yes. Again, not perfect at all. But that is 100% okay. Right, let's send Italy some help. First up, some air. There we go, we are being intercepted. So, better keep an eye on that one. Right now, Italy is actually making a tiny bit of progress. Good on them. Good on them. And I think that's everything we're going to get from the BEI. If I'm right, yep, they're out of manpower. So, let's finally annex them. Thank you. This also gives us an extra 7, but now I can do this, and get much more manpower back. Release, but most importantly, these are no longer expeditionaries. So I can use these divisions, and it doesn't increase their autonomy. Sweet, so let's help Italy. 12 divisions? Good. Honestly, Italy is going to need the help. I'm going to see if we can do something. We are going to justify on France, and see if they take the bait. But it could make their front line a little thinner, and that I want. Look at that, already we've got a breakout like this. And Germany just declared on Sweden. Why? I have no clue. Right, I don't need this justification to finish, so it won't. Huh, how the hell did the Axis manage to take Grenoble? That is a surprise, but a welcome one. And it looks like we might be able to push across Lyon. Although, unfortunately, of course, we still have to deal with all the reinforcements in Hoi4. Right, I think it's time for Operation Distraction Part 3. If we could get Lyon, that'd be great. Lyon is a supply hub. And yeah, Italy's a dunce. We kind of know this one. And Lyon is ours. Good. And cancel the operation. No comment, no comment. But more progress. Yes? Good. Looks like our air might finally come good. Let's try and go to Paris. Oh yes, I can feel it. You're not going to pin us now. There will be no pins. And we're in. Is that it? Nope, unfortunately not. How close is France, anyway? They must be on the brink. Yeah, and nothing. Finally. France falls, but they fall to Italy. Are you kidding me? Actually, that's fine. That's completely fine. Phew, I thought that would never happen. So basically, just do what you can with your volunteers and CAS, push through the Alps and capitulate them. This is hard, it can take some time, but my god, it's so useful. Normally when I do this we have Vichy spawn, which can help, but it looks like today that has not happened. And yes, Japan does have a war go on us for the BEI, but weirdly enough, Japan has a tendency not to use it. Don't know why, but I can't complain. And there we go. Now don't worry if this happens to you as well, because this is actually normal behaviour. The German AI does not do Barbarossa until France falls, and that is why doing so is so important. And this is very good for us, because Germany is now going to head smash against the Soviet lines, and as you can imagine, that is going to give them a load of casualties. So what we're going to do is wait until Germany is bled dry, and then we go in. No need to fight if we don't have to, you know. Just look at this. They're taking up hundreds of thousands of casualties in the first week. Right, I'm feeling it. I think the time to go is now. But, of course, we need a war goal. So what are we going to do about that? Well, it's quite simple. I could justify on Finland, but there's someone else who is just as good. Ironically, despite Japan not declaring on us, they're actually pretty good to justify on. And yes, the Axis will react to it, but come on, that's nothing. And yeah, let's get the air into position. Assign. That is a lot of it. And that's good. That's good. That's the only way we're going to get this going, is with tons and tons of air. Seriously, they have to defend themselves against the Soviets as well. So anytime they pull off, the Soviets get stronger. So it's swings and roundabouts for us, actually. So let's see what we can do. I'm sorry, Japan, you've actually been quite nice to us, but... Declare, break cipher, aggressive, aggressive, go, go, go. Yep, some red, but that is... what do I say? Okay. Oh, there's a gap right there. Let's take that. Any encirclement we can get, of course, is valuable. The name of the game, as always, is encircle, push, and see what chaos we can create in the meanwhile. Come on, and that's 2 divisions already. Good start. Very good start. And it looks like I'm about to encircle Wilhelmshaven. And that is Cologne, under our control. And we're already at the gates of Paris. Well, it looks like we're going to get an encirclement in Le Havre. Although annoyingly, it looks like we can't take Paris at the moment, because Italy has stacked the shit out of it. Meanwhile, this front has kind of gone to hell as well. Like, it's not perfect right now. And annoyingly, because of everything, I actually have to reorganize it. Yeah, I'm not entirely happy with how this start has gone, if I'm honest with you. I really thought Germany would be a lot worse off. You know what, let's join the Comintern. We kind of need the help anyway. Right now, this has gone, I would say, badly. But, oh well, you just get what you're given. We can keep going, but slower than I would like. Normally at this point I'd have Paris, but a load of Romanians and Italians are on it. Our air right now? Contested, to say the least. Not that that's much of a surprise, but... hey, the Soviets are beginning to push, which is good. They honestly might be the thing that saves our ass right now. Right, I think it's best if we just stop and let the Axis bleed on us for a moment. And somehow I took Paris. Finally. Almost there. Just 1 to go. And come on, Soviets, I've basically given you the win. It's a good thing we have max entrenchment and the like, because this will help us so dang much. Look at that. That is a pretty mad push from the Soviets, all things considered. Come on, I can get the encirclement. Actually, because of the German protectorate, I might not. That's nice. That's nice. And it's a good thing we took Paris, because D-Day has landed. Gotta be careful with these front lines, because look, my units like to assign themselves to things that it's just they can't do anything about. And come on, let's take Berlin. Come on, I can feel it. Some Hungarian tanks are the last defense of Berlin. Yeah, that's Hoi4 for you. And we are almost in. But unfortunately, they keep putting more bloody units in. Come on, if we get that encirclement, Italy's AI will be so confused. And also, if we could just push through the Maginot, that would be great. That would be great. An encirclement secured. At this point, I think I would rather let the Allies push into Italy. It's just probably easier for me. Well, there we go. Modernised army. Extra breakthrough. So that's as good as it's going to get, I suppose. Well, finally, again, we're at Berlin. And Mussolini is out. Ironically, that's a bit more on time. But this is not. Come on, we can finally link up with the Soviets. There will be no reinforcements this time. And we've got it. Finally. You know what? Let's go. Now might be the best time. And Berlin is nothing but a pocket now. A pocket we must crack. But in more important news, we also have to get our way to Vienna. Because we have to. It's a big victory point. But somehow my units managed to do this. I didn't tell them to do that, but they made one of the best breakouts I've seen in a while. So yeah, if you get something like this, my advice is simple. Always keep moving. Munich, Stuttgart, and other ones are obviously important, but, you know, you just need to go for the ones that matter. Like Berlin, which finally falls. But unfortunately it falls to the Soviets and not us. But that is okay, we can work on that. Ooh, I see a encirclement on the Sudetenland, right? Come on. Sweet, another one. And there. Stettin's still like that, which is just hilarious to me. Let's see if we can't get the Soviets to hand over Berlin to us. What is this? Brandenburg, right? There we go, and they don't want it. Let's see if we can't improve relations and give them some stuff. That might sway them. And there we go, Stettin in the end had a shit ton of units in it, which is why it's always a pain to break. Always. Literally always. That is all they want. There we go, we can now ask the Soviets for control of states. They have as much as they like, and Brandenburg? Thank you. We have the achievement now. We now have Paris. Whereas Luxembourg, there it is. Amsterdam. And Berlin. We also have, come on, Rexist Legion. We've done it. We've got the 501st Legion. Ooh. I will admit, this has not been my best performance of this achievement. In fact, it's been the worst. If anything, this shows that you can still have a bad performance and pull it off in the end. And we've broken Vienna, and Yugoslavia/America took it. And it's over. Of course, if you haven't gotten the achievement by the time capitulation happens, you'll have to take Brandenburg and Paris in the peace deal. But you do have to be careful about this, because look, France is not included in the peace deal. So that is why taking Paris is so damn important. In most other games I've done though, I have been able to take Vichy and Free France in the peace deal. Unfortunately, this isn't one of those times. Here we are. We got 3 states, Italy got 9, Yugo 5, Greece 1, Soviets 8, Ethiopia 1. And this is what we've made. We puppeted Germany. They're now a member of the Comintern, which makes total sense, of course. But we didn't get too much, if I'm honest. Of course, if the peace deal included Free France and Vichy, I would take their colonies as well. So at this point, there isn't that much to do. Just call in the Soviets against Japan and capitulate them. It's not that hard, and the Allies will definitely make it a breeze. You don't have to do anything. So until next time everybody, I thank you for watching, do hope you've enjoyed it, and until we meet again, from me, Bubbles Zest. Goodbye.